Hey everyone, this is Chris, your friendly neighborhood Minnesota comic geek, back with another cheap half-price books comic book haul. I've previously done a half-price books comic book haul showcasing their clearance bin back issues that you can find some good gems in there, if you didn't know. So this is going to be another haul from the Apple Valley half-price books here in Minnesota. Most of the books I got out of their main back issue bins. There's some clearance, but anyways, before I get started and show what I found, I would ask that if you enjoy this type of comic book related content, please give the video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future videos. And if you enjoy talking comics, then comment below. All right, let's get into it. So starting out, one of the very first issues I found digging in the bins was Wonder Girl #1, featuring Yara Flor, the new Wonder Girl. This is the first issue in her new ongoing solo title in the local comic shop back issue bins. It's priced around that $10 to $15 mark. So when I saw this book for $2, I was kind of surprised to be honest, to find it in the back issue bins. But the reason I was so happy to find this issue and get it for such a cheap price was this new character Yara Flor, who was introduced in the Death Metal miniseries run. I really like her character design. It's so interesting and well done. I don't like, the only quibble that I have is DC's obsession with putting female characters in one piece swimsuit type costumes, having the exposed legs. At least it's more coverage up top, but it is just a personal issue that I have. It's the practicality aspect of some of the costume designs for DC characters. Anyways, small soapbox, personal opinion. Don't have to agree with what with that. But anyways, like I said, I really like this character design. She just looks like a really cool character, and kind of when I see good character designs, it makes me personally want to draw that character. So I will probably be doing a video of me drawing her in the near future. Next, I found in the clearance bin almost a complete run of the Batman the Detective miniseries by Andy Kubert. I got issues 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't have 5, but had 6. So, like I said, almost a full run for 50 cents a piece. Spoiler alert, on the same day I visited Half Price Books, I visited another comic shop. I ended up finding issue 5 for a super cheap, I think $1 or something. But so I ended up getting the full run of this series on the same day. But it's nice to have a second copy of this full run, because I definitely bought these when they originally came out, because I'm a huge fan of the Kubert brothers and their artwork. So happy to get a full run of those issues for super cheap. This one, again, it was in their clearance bin for 50 cents. It's issue 5 of the Ultimates, the variant cover of the evil androids by Joe Madureira. Love this series of the Ultimates. It's very fun if you haven't read it. X-Men issue 4, got it for 50 cents. Again, happy to add another copy of this book to my collection. I've always loved this character, the Age of Apocalypse storyline, this version of Cable or Nate Gray. Issue 4 is in, like I said, it's in good condition for 50 cents. Ash issue 6 from the original volume, or volume 1, was in there to discount bin for 50 cents. Happy to pick up another copy. Yeah, these next few issues are purely Joe Quesada pickups. This is Deathmate, the epilogue, drawn by Joe Quesada. I've come across several of these issues in various dollar bins over the last, couple of years. It's really tough to find them in good condition. They are almost always riddled with tons of spine ticks because this just wasn't a overly loved, overly cared for miniseries from Valiant Comics back in the day. So there's no real monetary value, I would say, with this book. It's purely, I just love Joe Quesada's art and always buying, copies of books that he's drawn. This next one is, again, another purely Joe Quesada cover art pickup. His run of covers on the Wolverine Origins title are some of the best covers he's ever done, in my opinion. This one in particular is very cool. Getting Wolverine, Omega Red, and Maverick all in the cover together. It makes you want to read the story inside. And I got it for $1.50, so happy to pick this up and add it to the collection. This one is I got for $1, and the reason I got it is because this WildCats book actually was polybagged with a preview copy of, at the time, Jim Lee's new Divine Right, a creator-owned new book that he was coming out with. And it's limited edition copy. I know I've gotten most of the Divine Right issues, and there's just stragglers like this preview copy that's included in this polybag that I don't think I would have bought because I didn't really care to have this WildCats issue. Or to find it for $1, I'm more than happy to buy it to get that copy of Divine Right. The Scott McDaniel 60-ish issue run on Nightwing is, in my opinion, some of the best DC comics out there, especially from the late 90s, early 2000s. His style is so, I don't even know the word, like inspiring. It's kind of mind-boggling. It's similar to the Frank Miller Sin City negative space style of drawing, where you have very heavy shadow work on the figures and the backgrounds and whatnot. All that is a whole topic for a whole nother video, diving into Scott McDaniel's artwork. Why I was happy to buy this particular issue is this is probably one of my favorite covers on his Nightwing run. The story that this cover is telling makes you want to flip open the pages and read to find out what is going on here, where Superman is stepping in and Nightwing is just crouched behind him with just this smug smile on his face. I absolutely love this cover, the design of it, the layout, the story, everything about it. If you're looking for kind of a definition of a perfect cover, this would, in my opinion, fall into that category because of all those aspects I just listed that it covers. If you haven't read this particular issue, you absolutely should. It's a good standalone issue of a buddy comedy style of story between Nightwing and Superman, where Superman visits or stops by Bloodhaven, and kind of helps Nightwing with some issues. It's just, like I said, it's a great standalone story, a standalone issue. Buy it if you can find it. Obviously, you can find it in the dollar bins. Worth the pickup. This issue was purely just being a fan of the X-Men universe. Sword number 1 I don't remember if I picked this book up or not. For $2, you know, getting it in good condition, happy to pick it up to read the story and see what's going on in this issue. Silver Surfer Rebirth number 3. Got this for $2, and I have recently bought the Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy miniseries of issues and enjoyed those, so now going back to get the series that must have obviously predated the Rebirth Legacy miniseries with just Silver Surfer Rebirth to see what's the story about going on in this small little run of comics. Happy to pick it up. It's done by Ron Lim, one of the kind of my Silver Surfer artists that I grew up with, so it's cool to see him back on a Silver Surfer book. We have Demons number 1. Just a fan of Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder and their work on Batman. This was a fun book. There's only like 3, maybe 4 issues that was originally released digitally, and then they went back and released all the comics in physical form. And happy to get issue number 1 of this book for $2.50. You know, again, always happy to pick up Greg Capullo artwork. And lastly, I buy most of my trade paperbacks at half price books because they are obviously usually half price or cheaper. I got this volume 1 of I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young for $5. I have all the regular issues, but always happy to get kind of a reader trade paperback copy, again for super cheap, either for myself or when I have a friend or someone who isn't necessarily into superheroes but kind of wants a suggestion of a book to read. I have given copies of this trade paperback to those friends of mine because it is such a wacky and wild story featuring Gert, this princess type character who gets stuck in fairyland. It's just, if you haven't read it and you just want just an utterly entertaining story, I highly recommend it. Scotty Young is such a wild sense of humor and is so creative with his storytelling and his artwork. It is an absolute purchase in my mind. Yeah, what do you guys think of these purchases? I got everything for a little over $23. 17 books in total, so just slightly over $1 per issue, you know, including the trade and everything. So I don't know, what do you guys think of this haul? I think I found some good books, some good pickups. You know, you like the price for what they are, let me know. Yeah, you should definitely check out Half Price Books for their limited comic selection. But with that, I'll say thanks for watching, and again, if you enjoyed this type of comic book related content, please give the video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. Till next time, comment below and let's talk some comics. Bye.